baguettes. We're going to make our baguettes out of our VersaMeal Genesis 1 100% whole grain gluten-free bread blend. Let's get started making our dough. To make our dough, we're going to start with our wet ingredients first. We're going to start out with 2 cups of very warm water, approximately 120 degrees. Then we have 1/4 of a cup of oil. Then we have 4 egg whites. Now we're going to go ahead and put our shield on our mixer so that we don't get splattered. Now we're going to mix our wet ingredients until they're well blended. Now we're going to add our dry ingredients. We have 3 cups of our Genesis 1 bread blend. Tablespoon of fruit pectin, 2 packets or 1/2 ounce of dry yeast, and I'm going to put in a teaspoon of salt. That's up to your preference. If you don't want any salt, you don't have to add it. Let's put our shield back on. And let's mix this until it is well blended. Now we've mixed our dough for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now we're going to let it rest in our bowl for approximately 5 minutes. Now that our dough has rested for approximately 5 minutes, we're going to put it here on our table. And we're going to make 4-ounce baguettes out of this. Now I'm going to use my scale to measure out my 4 ounces. Now if you don't have a scale at home, you can eye it if you want. It is up to you and how you want to do this. Now that we have our dough in 4-ounce portions, let's go ahead and roll them out into baguettes. Okay, now remember we want to have just a little bit of flour here on our table. Let's go ahead and get our pan ready too so we can place them right on our pan as we make them. Again, don't forget to spray your pan. And then we're just going to roll these in an oblong shape. Just like that. Now that we have our baguettes made, we're going to take these and we're going to put them in a warm area at approximately 100 degrees for about 20 minutes. Now when these raise, what we're going to do is we're going to do a diagonal slice across them and put an egg wash on them before we stick them in the oven. So let's go ahead and put them in a nice warm place to raise. Now that our baguettes have risen, look how beautiful they have rose. We are going to take our knife, dip it in really warm water, and we're going to make some slices in a diagonal fashion on each baguette. Now you may need to dip your knife in your warm water a couple of times. Now you can make 2 or 3 diagonal slices. It's up to you, it's your preference. Now that we have that done, I have some egg wash here. And what I did was I did 2 egg whites and I added a little bit of water to that, mixed it together. What we're going to do with this is just brush it on top of our baguettes. This is going to give them a really pretty glossy shine when they're done. Okay, now we're going to stick these in the oven at about 350 degrees for approximately 15 minutes. Now remember, it depends on your oven as to how long they should stay in the oven. It's time to take our baguettes out of the oven. Let's see how they're doing. They smell delicious. Look at how golden brown they are. Aren't they beautiful? Now let's take one and see how it tastes. Now remember, they're really hot, so be careful. Look how beautiful they are on the inside. Let's get a little bit of butter here. Now these are really good. Remember, the recipe and instructions are right up there. And when you bake your baguettes, be sure to share with us on Twitter, Facebook, and Pinterest. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.